Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In continuation to our series, today we will explore loops in Python. We will learn what loops are and how they work. You use loops when you want your computer to do something again and again repeatedly. For example, if you wish to print hello 5 times, okay? So for that, we will go to our Visual Studio Code and create a new file as practice.py, and we will be writing a print statement printing hello. And we will copy paste the same 5 times. And when I execute this code, I can see the hello statement got printed 5 times. But that's a lot of repetition and duplicate code we have written, correct? And that's where loop helps. A loop tells the computer, hey, repeat this action as many times as I say. There are two types of loops. First of all, we have in Python. One is for loop and the another one is while loop. To solve all your problem, statement of printing hello world 5 times, we can use a for loop. Now, let's see how this particular for loop works. Its syntax. So we can write for loop something like for I in range 5 print hello. Now, let's first execute this code and then we will let me correct the spelling of range. Then we will try to understand what happens here. Okay. So earlier we wrote a code of 5 line printing hello. Now we have written in 2 lines and we are printing the hello 5 times. What is the main concept here? So for loops allow us to print statement multiple times depending on the expression. So here we have provided range 5. Range 5 means do it for 5 times. Now, if I will update this number to 3, then it will print the hello statement 3 times. And if I say 10, it will print the same statement 10 times. Okay, perfect. You do the same action, but no repeat or duplicate code. That's what a computer does with a loop. Repeat the same task quickly and perfectly. Loops are of two types, for loop and while loop, as we discussed earlier. Let's see some more scenarios around loop and print number from 1 to 10 using loop. So I've already written for I in range 10. And if I wish to print the number, I will replace hello with I and execute this code. I can see the numbers got printed from 0 to 9. Okay. Now we can loop through string also. So let me change this range to string. And we know string is a combination of characters. So I'm writing hello here. And then if I run this particular code again, it will print hello one by one. Okay, so this means we are able to loop through a string. Okay, now if suppose I have a list. So I have a list, my underscore list, and I have some items like 1, 2, 3. And if I go down and if for list or item in my underscore list, print item. Okay, let me give the colon here. Now save this and execute this code. Yes, I'm able to print the items 1, 2, 3. Now suppose if I have names like Mike, Jack, Kate, and if I again run this particular loop, I'm able to print the names one by one. One interesting thing around loop, which no one tells is we can use else block with for loop. Okay. Now, for example, I have this particular loop here, and if I write else loop, else block, sorry, and then if I print inside else and execute this particular code, so it will print all the names, and it at the last it will print else. Okay. So this means First, it will execute the for loop. Once the all for loop execution completes, it will print whatever we have inside the for loop. Okay, great. Now, if suppose I came into this loop and when I said if item equal to Mike, and then I say break. Okay. Now let's see the behavior. So the behavior what we saw here, as soon as we came into the loop got broke. Okay. And then it came outside of loop and the else statement did not get print, which means the else statement will get print only and only if the execution of the loops get complete. If it did get break in between, it will not execute the else loop. So in place of Mike, if I say Kate and again execute this code, then you see it printed Mike and Jack. And before printing Kate, the loop got broke. And because it got broke, it did not go inside the else and it did not print the inside else statement. Okay, cool. Now we have one more thing inside loop is loop provides one more function, which is enumerate as a shortcut to get both index and value for every item. So now I can get the item. Okay, but if I wish to get the index, I can say index comma item. Okay. Now if I remove this and the else block if it is not required, then I can say index this. Okay, and then this. Give me a minute. If I say index comma value, okay, there is index comma value. Then what it will do? It is saying index. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention the enumerate. So I have to keep this particular list into enumerate. Okay, and then if I execute this particular code, I can see it printed the index and with index it printed the value. Cool. Now suppose if I have one more list as number equal to 1 comma 5 comma 6 100, okay, or I would say 1 comma 5 comma 8, and if I wish to print both the list together, okay, so I'm saying item comma number in place of number num, okay, and if I say in zip, use the zip method and then say my underscore list comma number, okay, then below to this we have item and then we have num. Okay, so we have zipped both the list, and for both the list we have given the respective variable name. Now if I run this particular code, you see it printed Mike, which has the 0th index of my list, and it printed number, which is also at the 0th index. Similar to that, it print Jack, 5 and Kate at from the list. Great. Now Python also lets us write mini loops using list comprehensions in single line. So let's see the list comprehensions. So I am trying to find out the square of the numbers in a list or range till 5. Okay. So as QUARES squares equal to x into x in range 5. Okay. In range 5 and then give enter and then say print square. Oh, let me get this outside because it is not part of the list. So squares. And now, okay, let me correct the spelling. Print squares, but I have to see like, I think it should be for x. So we are saying for every x in range 1 to 5, you have to make the square of it and return it here, and it will print the complete list. If we run this particular set of code, let me clear the screen for better clarity. If I execute this code, it will return 0, 1, 2 to the square of 2, 4, 3, 9, 4, 16. So it returned the square of every number. Yep. Now, this is a cleaner and faster way writing a for loop. Now we can also reverse the loop. Okay. For example, I have this particular loop I got, and what I can do here is, let me go back here and again define a list. Okay, which is 2, 7, 3, 9, and then 1. Okay, 3, 9, 1. And if I see my for loop, for I in reversed x print the value of I, or let me change it to the numbers. And for every numbers, we have a number variable here. Okay. Now, if I try to print these these numbers will be printing from 19372, which is in the reverse. Okay, I think I made some mistake. Okay, the variable name I've changed from X to numbers here. Now, if I execute this particular set of code, you will see the number got printed from 19372, which is in reverse order. And if I print this numbers in reverse, okay, so let me go ahead and print this here because it's just a function to reverse a list. Okay, let me print it. You will see it printed the object. Oh, sorry, it is an object. It will work with the list, so it will not be printing. Yeah, correct. So it printed the numbers in the reverse order. Yeah, got it. Now, after that, this for loop, we have one more interesting loop, which is a while loop. Okay, while loop, it's like saying keep doing the task as long as the condition becomes true. So while loop is famous for that. If you wish to run any task infinitely, and if you wish to break that particular loop depending on a single condition or a series of conditions, then you should use the while loop, which means unlike a for loop that knows exactly how many times to run, a while loop keeps going until the condition becomes false. Let's understand this with one example. I have a variable count equal to 1. I will create a while loop count is less than equal to 5. Then I am printing the statement here. Then I'm saying count is, then I'm printing the value of count. Okay. And then I'm saying count plus equal to 1. Okay. Now let me first execute this code and then we will see. You will see like count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means it is a loop which is printing things. Okay. Printing the number. But if we closely see, we are saying while run this particular loop until the condition went false, which means when it will be running for the first time, the count value is 1. 1 is less than equal to 5. It will go inside, it will print the number, and then it will increase the number. Again, 2, 3, 4. When it comes for 5, it says 5 less than equal to 5. Yes, it will print the number 5. Then it will go count equal to count plus 1. Now the value of count is 6. Now as soon as go here as a 6, 6 less than equal to 5. No, this is false. Then this particular while loop get break. Nothing will get printed. Cool. Now we can also run this particular loop infinite times. How? If I change this particular things to true, always true, this will run infinitely time. Now let's see. So see, I have started, now it is printing the number, which means it is running this particular loop infinite times. Okay. Now I have stopped the code. Now, this is one of the things with the while loop. Suppose if I wish to break this infinite loop or end this loop, we can use break keyword we have in Python. Okay. Now, if you see here, if I'm having true always and I'm saying boss if count equal to 2, break. Okay. Now, if you run this particular code, it will print count is 1, and then as soon as it gets 2, and it will be coming here, the condition is true. But as soon as it will come to this particular condition, count equal to 2, it will meet this break statement, and there itself the complete while loop will get break. Yep. So with this break, it will immediately stop the loop, no matter if the loop hasn't finished all its iterations. Break we will be discussing in upcoming videos. Break we will be discussing in upcoming videos for sure. Now, common use cases for while loop, where we should be using the while loop if we wish to have a background task running until it stopped or one of the condition get false, or waiting for user input or a condition to change, or validating data repeatedly until correct input is received. So that was all I have with respect to the loops in Python. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I will be coming up with more videos on Python, AI, and programming tips. So make sure to hit the notification bell and stay updated. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.